Yo, what's up, Ippo fans? It's Reese here for Manga Tweet Ippo chapter 10, 11, Weaker. So, yeah, this chapter, it basically just had me in stitches all the way through, But it finally confirms one thing that it basically just confirms the reason as to why Ippo is so weak now. Yeah, and pretty much this is exactly as we've been saying. He's just gotten just way too comfortable in Japan. But before I go into that, I just got to talk about the beginning of this chapter because, like, it's just Ippo comedy at its greatest. Um, it's like literally just as the guy's about to get a nut, he gets interrupted. It's just like, what's wrong with you, man? It's like I'm just looking. I was just basically looking on this whole bit, just like, yeah, that's it. Ippo, you're finally getting someone with Kumi, and then next thing, they get interrupted, and it's just too funny, man. So yeah, basically I'm just looking on, it's like, yeah, it's all cool, everything's going good for Ippo. He's getting a nice sweet moment. You can just hear like the do 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 do. They're just about to go in for the final kiss, the kiss finally, and it's like, come on, man, the guy's been dating this girl like on and off for like what, 2 years roughly, and it's like they still ain't done nothing. So it's like, yes, finally they're getting somewhere, finally. And just as they're about to, who turns up behind them? Mashiba walks into the house, man, and basically just gives Ippo a complete and total heart attack. And it's like, I mean, why wouldn't he? You're trying to date a nice girl, then the older brother who you're kind of shit scared of walks in the room, you're gonna have a heart attack, you're gonna die. And it's like Ippo's reaction to this just killed me. He's just there like running away, trying to climb up the walls as fast as he can. It's like an animal. He's there just like clawing away at the walls to try and get away, and it's like, oh my god, it's over. uh, so yeah, it's like Mush was there then asking him like, what the hell were you doing? What were you two getting up to? Ippo's so shit scared, he can't even get the words out. It's just like he's basically trying to say that they were making food, they were cooking, but it's like he's stuttering so much. Mush was like, "You're doing what? You were making kids?" It's like, no, no, no. It's like, oh my god, the guy's basically just digging himself deeper and deeper into a hole. Ah, it's brilliant. It's lucky for him that Kumi came up to that base and just like dwelled the situation. It's like dinner's ready. So it's like Mashiba even enjoyed the dinner. It's like, yeah, this is nice. Until you find out Ippo made it, then it's like, nasty, sort of spit it out. Oh, so yeah, that there's a comedy bit, man. If you read it again, and I can read that again and again and again because it killed me. They need to bring back Ippo, the anime of Ippo, so that I can see that bit because that's what I love about Ippo. The comedy moments are just too funny. So yeah, all comedy parts aside, let's get into the serious part, which is the whole reason as to why Ippo is weak. It's basically just like, Mashiba's there like interrogating him, just like, why are you so beat up? Who did that to you? He's like, oh yeah, Sendo did it. He's like, wait, Sendo, the guy you beat twice in the ring, he did that to you. It's like, yeah, well, it's like, you're weak. It's like, no, it's like you could just see it as Sendo's getting stronger. It's like, no, you're weak. And it's like, Ippo's kind of like in the clouds a little there. It's like both Mashiba, Takamura, everyone has basically said it to him. That you've gotten weaker, and it makes sense because like his whole response for everything is just like making up an excuse. He's just like, oh yeah, as long as I come home like standing, that's good enough for me. As long as my mum doesn't have to worry and stuff. And it's like, what happened to the Ippo from back in like the very first few chapters? It's like, I want to do boxing to become strong. I want to become strong. I want to become strong. It's like, now that he's obviously been the reigning Japanese champion for like what, 7 defenses, something like that. I think he's realised like, yep, I am strong, so that's it. I am cool now. But what he doesn't realise is that while he's taking his little break, everyone else is getting stronger, and therefore he's like slacking. I think subconsciously he's just slacking off. So that's just making him a hell of a lot weaker, which is just a bit annoying. He's just too comfortable being at the top of Japan. What he doesn't realize is that it's like, yeah, sure, you're top of the champion Japan, you're like ranked whatever in the world, but there's still people stronger than you. So what happened to the whole that's it, edgy passing on the baton to him? You'd think that he'd still be kind of like, yeah, I'm gunning for Ricardo Martinez, I'm gunning for him, but no, he's just like, it's like he's been like traumatized to just know that he can't beat the guy. So it's like, okay, I can't beat the guy, so therefore I'm just gonna stay comfortable here. But then because like he just needs to get his head out of his ass and get back to training, which thankfully is what he kind of resolves with at the end. Is he needs to get back to training. So here we go, training arc is happening, and Ippo training arcs are just brilliant. Sometimes I find they're better than the actual match that he's training for. I don't know why. It's like every time I just see Ippo's training, it just gets me pumped up to do some training myself. It's awesome. So yeah, there's pretty much this chapter. You know, it basically just explained a bit more as to why Ippo's become weaker, and I'm just kind of happy that I kind of called it. You know, he's just really too comfortable. So guys, there's the end of this chapter. It doesn't really need a rating, but if I was, I'll probably go something like an 8.5. You know, because it did make me laugh, but at the same time, it was just kind of like a bit of a, you know, another little slice of life chapter. But it was one of the funniest chapters I've seen in a while. So yeah, there you go guys, I'm giving chapter 10, 11 a 8.5 out of 10, and hopefully we will get some more chapters soon, because it looks like we might be getting a couple each, about one chapter every 2 days, which is really, really nice, you know, it gives them a nice little break in between. So there you go guys, you know, what do you think of this chapter? Did you find it as funny as I did? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up, really helps the series, and don't forget to check out the channel for more content. So I'll see you soon.